if you are someone who has failed out and that's the reason why you're watching this video, trust me, I know how hard it is mentally. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be another day in my life as a nursing student. I thought it would be more fitting to film another one of these, especially because I'm taking different classes. So if you watched my last one, I was in Fundamentals 1 and Health Assessment. So you guys got to see me like practice my checkoffs and stuff for my head to toe. But this session I am actually in pharmacology and fundamentals patient care, so things are a little bit different. I kind of have more busy work, more assignments to turn in, and so I thought it'd be interesting to kind of explain and show you guys what I like do on a day-to-day basis, how I schedule out my time. And I also, at the end of this video, am gonna sit down and kind of explain what my application process was like. So if you guys watched my initial nursing video talking about failing out, then you guys know that this is not my first rodeo in a nursing class or in a nursing program. And so I wanted to explain kind of my transitional process in applying to new schools, how that went, what it was like having to apply to schools after failing out, what did they say, things like that. So I am going to sit down and talk about this at the end of this video. So if you guys are interested in that, then I would wait till the end. Make sure you watch all the way through, don't just skip to the end. But yeah, I thought that would be fitting to share. I was gonna make it into its own separate video, but I thought it would just be more appropriate to just add it into the end of this one. So it is like 10 o'clock, yeah, almost 10:30. I did my makeup today because I was kind of feeling it. My skin, I started using this like skin spatula thing that I saw on TikTok, and the pores on my nose were looking fabulous. So I was like, I'll put on some makeup, I'm kind of feeling it, but I'm still in my pajamas, so that's that. So I am going to get cracking on some assignments. I have actually an online test due by Sunday, and I have all week to kind of do it, but I'm honestly pretty nervous because it's pharmacology and it's online. And if you guys don't know, pharmacology was one of the classes that I failed at Lamar, so I kind of have PTSD, but it's fine. I didn't fail it that bad. It was like by 3 points, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna kind of like show you guys all the assignments that I do have to do. It's like very realistic, and yeah, I'm gonna put on a sweatshirt. I feel like it'd be more fitting. Okay. All right, so I have my planner, and if I didn't have this, honestly, I don't know what I would do, because there's just so much you have to do that if you do not plan out your time, then you will struggle. So today is Wednesday, and I had, wait, what? Oh no, today's Thursday, I'm tripping. So today I actually have class at 1 o'clock, 1 to 3, so I have fundamentals at 1. And then I actually wrote these on the wrong, well, I guess I'll just rewrite. So I'm gonna write in everything that I want to get done today. Okay, so this is the planner that I use. Okay, this is the planner that I use. It's the Day Designer. That's the brand. I get it on Amazon, and I really like it just the way it's structured. So these are like all of my priority things that I have to get done, and then it has my schedule. So I blocked off this time for fundamentals since I have class, and it kind of helps me like structure my day so I know how much time I have to do whatever, and then I can add in like other things that I need to get done. But fundamentals, all of our assignments are due on Fridays, and then for pharm, all of our assignments are due on Sundays. So it just makes more sense for me to do all of the fun stuff first because it's due first, and then I can do the rest of my pharm stuff on Saturday and Sunday, or Friday if I finish all of the fun stuff ahead of time. We actually had tests this week, so I had my FUNS test on Tuesday, and then like I said, I have my pharmacology test, and that is due by Sunday. Since it's online, we have the entire week to take the test, and I am honestly just pushing it back because I don't feel that confident doing it, honestly. So I am gonna kind of show you guys the things that we have been working on, things that we do. if you are not in nursing school and you like don't really know like what to expect, I wanted to be able to share that with you so you guys can see. So basically this is our concept map. We basically have a whole scenario here on a patient, and then you have to put in the patient's information here and then create 4 medical, or not medical, nursing diagnosis. And once you get into nursing school, they'll kind of explain how you do that. Then yesterday I actually had clinical, and for clinical we have to do our patient care documentation, and that is something. So it's basically 8 pages worth of patient information. This is a blank document, so you're not seeing anything, but you basically have to put in the medications that patient's taking, create your priority nursing diagnosis. Then you go through, have to fill out all this information on your patient, and then this is more information like your assessment findings. Then you have to go into their labs and like pick what labs they're doing, and then this is the healthcare provider's orders. Then you have to create another concept map, kind of like what I showed just now. It just has more boxes with more things to fill out. Then this is the medication chart, and this is the nursing skill that you performed. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff, but it honestly just like progresses and gets worse throughout nursing school, but it's fine. You kind of get used to it. So that is what I'll be working on. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna spend majority of my morning doing. It's 10 o'clock, so I'll probably do this until like 12. Then I have meal prepped lunch, so I'm gonna eat that, and then I have class. So I'm gonna work on these assignments, and I will catch up with you guys later.
Come find me in the night. We both know when it's right.
I always forget to put on my blue light glasses anytime I put my contacts in. For the most part, I've been wearing my glasses every day, but I have my blue light glasses. These are non-prescription. I got them off Amazon. I'll leave them linked down below. They actually really do help on days when, well, every day I'm on my computer all day because of school, but days where I put my contacts in and I forget to put these on, I really see a difference in, like, by the end of the day I'm very restless, and my eyes, and I have like my eyes hurt, and I have a really big headache. So I highly recommend, if you are in school, and I know a lot of people got out of school, but if you're doing summer school and you're on your computer a ton or on your phone a lot, I highly recommend getting blue light glasses. They do make a really big difference, I've noticed. So yeah, I'm using my care plan book, and I'm coming up with diagnosis for my concept map for our fake patient here. And so this book is so helpful because it literally has the answers in it. Our teacher recommended us to get this, so I'm not like cheating or anything, but it has all of your medical or your nursing diagnosis in here, and then it tells you, like, basically you can structure your entire diagnosis out of these books, and it's so helpful. So that is what I'm gonna be working on for the next like hour and a half. Okay, so I have to do a case study. It's a video case study. We've never had to do this before, so I honestly am not sure how this is gonna work. But we basically have to like answer a question, I think, but it says that you have to be like professionally dressed because you're gonna answer the questions, like in a video, and it has to be 2 minutes, I think, and then we have to peer review each other. So I went and I just put on this like t-shirt and blazer that I have, and I'm gonna try and answer this video, but I'm actually like really nervous. I like texted one of my classmates to see if they already did it, just to like get an idea of what it is, but she said that it's like super easy. So I'm just gonna do my video case study, but this is the reality. I literally have on like boy shorts, and I'm wearing a professional top, but that's all that matters. So let's see how this goes. As a nurse, we are allowed to delegate to assistive personnel or other licensed practical nurses, and in order to do that, you have to make sure that it is the right person, the right task, the right circumstance, the right direction and communication, and the right supervision and evaluation. All right, so it is lunchtime. I finished 2 assignments, and I find the best way for me to not feel overwhelmed with all my assignments. Sorry, I'm getting all my stuff so I can go downstairs. The best way for me to not feel overwhelmed with all my assignments is to do them and like check them off my list. And I just take it one assignment at a time, because sometimes I'll be like, oh my god, I have so many assignments to do, but it's like, I'm only gonna focus on this one assignment right now, and then I will focus on the other ones when I get there. So I'm going downstairs to eat my lunch. Have my water bottle from Walmart. Talked about it on my Instagram. So I meal prepped some fried rice for lunch this week, so that I don't have to worry about cooking anything or spending money on food. So that's what I'm gonna eat.
As well as our male colleagues. Physically, right? Our voices are higher than our male colleagues.
Okay, so it is a little bit later, and I have kind of completed all of the assignments I need to get done today. The rest of the day will be just me studying. It's been a second since I've talked to the camera. I had class from 1 to 3, and it's almost 5 right now. I just took a little mental break from like school and everything, but I wanted to talk, as promised, about my application process and how I applied to nursing school and how all of that went. So if you haven't seen my initial video talking about me failing out of nursing school, you wouldn't know that I have already been in a nursing program, and I was really discouraged after like being in that program and failing out. School has always been a way for me to excel. Like anytime I was either struggling in sports or anything else, like school was kind of what held me up, because I've always been kind of smarter, and like it's been easy for me to grasp concepts, and it doesn't take me as long to like memorize material. So that's always been a strong suit for me. I know that it's not for everybody, and I'm really grateful that that is something for me. But when I failed out, I kind of felt like a failure, and I kind of had this like 5-year plan for myself, and when I was going to graduate, and how I was going to get a job, and when I was going to buy my first car, and obviously none of that happened. God definitely had a different plan for me. And so I wanted to first start out this video by saying, if you have a plan for yourself, let it go, hun. Like, just follow your heart, and God will lead you the way that you need to go. And sometimes things do not happen along our time frame, but he's always on time. And I am so grateful that I failed out when I did, because I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And I learned so much about myself within that 1.5 years or 2 years that I wasn't in nursing school. So I just wanted to mention that. But anyways, getting on to my application process. So after I failed out, I was in nursing school the fall of 2017, and I failed out that December. And I basically decided that I would stay at Tomar because I was on a volleyball scholarship, and I was getting a free degree out of it. And honestly, volleyball was a big part of my life. I honestly was going to leave, and my coach talked me into staying, and I'm so happy that I did, because if I hadn't finished out, I feel like now I would have regretted that, losing a year of eligibility. I already lost a year my freshman year from tearing my ACL, but I would have like really regretted not staying. So I'm happy that I did. And I graduated last year, almost a year ago. It's crazy. I graduated a year ago with my bachelor's of science in public health. I kind of was on track to graduate either with nursing, health, or exercise science, so I chose to go health. And I did an internship with the Houston Health Department, and it kind of opened my eyes to all of the different options there are. There were a few nurses who worked in the health department, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And then I started like looking into schools and really like being serious about it. I want to say like in the January of last year, and I applied for Chamberlain, I want to say in like May or June. I was looking into applying at Texas Women's because they have a nursing school, I think online and in Houston. I also looked at UT Health, and I was looking at HBU in Prairie View. And this is where I really got discouraged. I was already really discouraged from failing out, but I got super discouraged after HBU had an orientation for like aspiring nursing students. And I went and I sat through the entire presentation, and towards the end they basically were like, if you've ever failed out anywhere else or like your grades aren't good, like don't even think about it. And I was like, so then I went and talked to the lady and I kind of explained my situation, and she was like, the only way I would let you back into my program, or the only way that I would let you into this program, is if your nursing program sent a letter to us. Like the dean from your nursing program sent a letter to HBU basically saying that she would accept you back into her program. So I was like, all right, well, there's that. Like, that's out of the way. So I didn't even think about that. Then I called Prairie View and talked with them, and they basically said the same thing. Since you failed out, you're basically taking away opportunity from other people who are like aspiring to be nurses. Like, you've already had your shot, and that would be unfair for us to give you a second shot when there's someone who hasn't even got a first. And that made sense to me, and I really I respected the answer, but I was still disappointed, and I knew that like this couldn't be the end. Like, there's no way that I can't get in anywhere else. So I don't know why I wasn't really intrigued about Texas Women's. I wasn't like too overjoyed about going there. So I honestly didn't really pursue much. I want to say that I like talked to someone on the phone or something, but basically that never fell through for me. And I also went to UT Health. I went and talked to, I think, an advisor there, and I actually signed up to take the HESI to go to UT Health. I hadn't studied. I didn't have time to study. It was just very abrupt, and I woke up that morning to go, and my mom was like, are you really gonna go take this test? And I was like, I mean, like, what other options do I have? Like, I have to get into a program. I have to get into a program somewhere. And she was like, honestly, I don't think that it's the best idea for you to take this test. You haven't prepared. And like, also the issue was, if I took the HESI again, a lot of schools require that you can't have more than 2 attempts on the HESI, or they completely like block you out of their application process. And at Lamar, we didn't have to take every single section, so I was afraid that if I took them again, that would count as my second time, and if I didn't do well, then I wouldn't be able to take whatever sections again. So that was also a really big problem. So I ended up not going to take that HESI, and I think that's when I called Prairie View. Sorry, my dad is like cutting the grass outside, so I'm sorry if you guys can hear the background noise. But I ended up calling Prairie View after that, and that's when I was asking about the HESI question, and she basically was like, why are you even gonna try? Like, I'm just letting you know from now, we've never let in anyone else who has failed out somewhere. And I was like, okay, thanks. So that was out of the option. So I honestly was down to UT Health, and I didn't know, like, I don't know. It was just like, I was at a time where I was like, I really just don't know what else to do. I'm graduating with a degree that I didn't want to graduate with, and I don't plan on using this degree right now. I don't plan on applying for a job in the health department. Like, I just don't know what else to do. So randomly one day at church, my aunt reached out, or my aunt was talking to me after church. We always like gather up after church, you know how it is, everyone wants to talk or whatever. And she was like, hey, I had a friend of mine who said that her daughter went to Chamberlain, or she said that you should apply to Chamberlain. And I was like, I never heard of it. And my mom was like, actually, I was reading up on it too, but it's so expensive. And I was like, well, that's out of the question, like, not even gonna try. And I remember that week my mom was like, I really think that you should try and apply. Like, just look it up online. We can go talk to them. So I think I scheduled an appointment with an advisor to talk to them. And so my mom and I drove to the school, and thank God it was only like 15-20 minutes from my house. We drove to the school, we talked to the advisor. He was so helpful, and because it's a private school, a lot of the like their application process isn't the same. So basically I went and talked to the advisor. He looked over my transcripts. I basically explained everything about how I was playing volleyball and I failed out, and he was like, no problem, you basically turn in your application. When you turn in your application, you submit a passion statement. In that passion statement, you basically explain your journey to becoming a nurse and, you know, the struggles you went through, whatever, like what has brought you to this point. And he was like, just put everything in there, just talk about what happened, and just, you know, kind of show that like you deserve to be here. And because they are a private school, you have to take the HESI through them. You can't take it anywhere else and then transfer your scores there. You have to take it at Chamberlain. So I went home, I paid for my application online, I submitted my transcript. Oh, and let's not forget, I also paid for that other HESI and never went to go take it, and obviously you can't get a refund, so there's that. But anyways, I paid for the application and I scheduled to go in to take my HESI. And I wanted to mention in this book, I think I have all of my books right here. I don't know if this is the new HESI book. I know that there's a new HESI book. I don't think that's the right one because I think I let someone borrow it. But I would go get the new HESI book if you're someone who struggles in those departments. But let me tell you the key. The reason why I passed my HESI. The first time I took my HESI, I made a 60 on the A&P portion. And they still let me in at Lamar. So that was like by God's grace. I downloaded this app. It's called HESI A2. You do have to pay for it. I don't think you have to pay for it in the App Store, but you have to pay for like the program, and you get a bunch of questions. Let me download it because I don't think I have it on my phone anymore. Okay, I'm gonna try and put the icon on the screen because I can't get my phone to focus, but it's called HESI A2 app, and then I paid for the program. They have a bunch of questions in every single category: A&P, biology, chemistry, writing, reading, all of that stuff. And basically you can go in, you can create a quiz for yourself. And for me, obviously A&P was my target, and chemistry. I'm pretty decent at chemistry, but I hadn't taken chemistry I think in like 2 years at the time that I was applying at Chamberlain. So I really wanted to focus in on HESI, or on chemistry and math. Math is more of my strong suit, so I wasn't too worried about that part. But I went in, I made my quizzes, and you can select what topics you want in your quizzes, so it's not always scrambled. And I went in and I did A&P questions, and like I would be sitting in the doctor's office and I would do like 10 questions while I'm sitting in the lobby. And I would be waiting for someone in the car and I would do 5 questions. And some days I'd wake up in the morning and I would do like 10 questions. And so me constantly doing those questions really helped. You guys, I made a 60 the first time I took the HESI, and I was in school at the time. Like I was at Lamar taking A&P 1 and A&P 2. I used this app. I made, I think, a 90 on the A&P portion, and it's only because of this app. I hadn't taken A&P for like 3 years. I took A&P my freshman and sophomore year of college. This was after my senior year, after I graduated. So I'm telling you guys, this app is like amazing. I'm not being sponsored. I just really live by this app. So I ended up taking my HESI. I scored really, really well on all of my sections, and I went and talked to the advisor after, and he was like, okay, so the committee will basically contact you within like a couple weeks or so and let you know whether you got in. I think he called me like a week later and told me that I got into Chamberlain. So it honestly was by like God's grace. It was out of nowhere. I was not looking to apply at Chamberlain. It just happened, and I'm so happy that I decided to come here. If you are someone who has failed out and that's the reason why you're watching this video, trust me, I know how hard it is mentally, and I'm telling you, just keep your hope. It will happen, and just keep working at it. If it's something that you really want, you will continue to work at it. So I wanted to add that into this video. If you have any other questions about it, please leave them down below and I will DM you guys. Or if it's so many questions, I'll just do another Q&A on this. But I am gonna end this video off here. I know that this section was super long, but I just wanted to kind of take you guys through a random day in my life and bring you guys through this new section. I'm excited to kind of progress throughout the program and see all of these old vlogs. It's gonna be like so fun and rewarding for me. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you all enjoyed. If you are not subscribed, do not forget to subscribe down below and give me a like if you enjoyed all of the helpful tips and if you want to see more day in the life as a nursing student. I would also recommend following me on my Instagram because I stay up to date like all the time on there. And yeah, I think that's all. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one.